Okay guys, Bernardo Faria here. Huge honor for me. I'm here today with Ty and Michael. Guys, this is the second part of my Jiu-Jitsu for Old Guys series, which is going to be all about pressure passing and over-under pass. And for this one, it's going to be pretty different because I'm going to teach Michael how to do my over-under. And honestly, I don't even need to teach him because he knows how to do it so well already. So I'm going to pretty much fix him on every move towards the over-under series. And Michael is a great example for the Jiu-Jitsu for Old Guys because he's 47 years old and he has been doing very well on Jiu-Jitsu tournaments. He just got third place in the World's Masters and he has won a bunch of like opens, double golds and this and that, and pretty much just doing over-under pass when he's on top. So he's like the perfect example for that. And for this series, it's going to be all about over-under. And we're going to split that in three parts, in the three-part system, which is going to be like the approach, the passing, and establishing. So imagine like a triangle upside down, right? So the approach is the most important part. It's the part that you're going to spend the most time, which is pretty much like how I'm going to approach the over-under pass. So for example, if I'm fighting against my opponent, I want to find a way to find the over-under pass as quick as possible. Either from the butterfly or maybe like from the open guard, right? I would just go here and set up the over-under pass, or maybe from like from standing. If my opponent pulls guard on me, for example, just stand up tight. If he pulls guard, what I'm gonna do is to set up the over-under pass, and on all these moves, I'm gonna fix Michael. So I'm gonna demonstrate the technique on Ty, then Michael is gonna do it. And I'm gonna fix whatever he's doing wrong, which I expect that's the same thing that you're gonna be doing wrong. So that's the whole idea here behind the instructional. And you might be questioning yourself, like, why the over-under pass? And the reason we're gonna work on the over-under pass is because it's my favorite technique. And since I started Jiu-Jitsu, I was never like a talent athlete. So I always had almost like a dream to have one technique that I could use anytime against anybody. And I developed the over-under pass, the over-under series, and pretty much everything I won in my career, 5 world titles, was doing over-under pass over and over and over against everybody. So I truly believe that this is kind of like one of the best ways to become specialist in Jiu-Jitsu, is to focus on some area and be better than your opponents and training partners and etc. I love the quote from Bruce Lee, which he says that he doesn't fear the man who knows 1,000 techniques. He feared the person who has done one technique 1,000 times. And every time I think about Jiu-Jitsu, I believe that all the Jiu-Jitsu schools tend to teach us 1,000 techniques, right? Because they gotta teach you the foundation, they gotta teach you Jiu-Jitsu in a very broad way. So it's really hard for anybody to become specialist. So it's not even your fault if you're not a specialist yet, because you just join a Jiu-Jitsu school, they teach you 1,000 techniques, and you gotta figure out which one you're gonna become specialist. So that's my goal here, is to give you a tool that you can become a specialist and beat your opponents in a much easier way. I love the analogy, for example, of like doctors, right? If you hurt your knee and you go to the doctor, you don't go to a regular doctor, you go to an orthopedist. And even though you don't go to a regular orthopedist, you go to a knee orthopedist. So I think in Jiu-Jitsu is the same way. We should all try to learn a bunch of techniques, but take 1, 2, or 3 and try to become the best that we can on those techniques. If you look, for example, the very best athletes in the world, like Roger Gracie, Marcelo Garcia, Gordon Ryan, Mendes Brothers, Mike Musumeci, they all have something. For example, when I think about Mendes Brothers, I think about like berimbolo and leg drag. When I think about Roger Gracie, I think about like stacking pass, get the mount, choke. When I think about Gordon Ryan, I imagine him lifting someone, going underneath the leg and getting the heel hook. So you can see that everybody is a specialist. They always specialize on something. But most of the Jiu-Jitsu schools doesn't teach us that. They teach us the overall Jiu-Jitsu, the broad Jiu-Jitsu, and we have to figure out how to become specialists on that area that we want to focus. So if you fear that you're not learning Jiu-Jitsu properly because you're just learning the too broad Jiu-Jitsu, this instruction is for you. And my goal here is to transform you from a generalist jiu-jitsu practitioner to a specialist. And as the series about jiu-jitsu for old guys, I hope to team up with you to beat the younger, crazy athletic guys that train with you, that you have a really hard time. Because I truly believe that if you get good on this game, on the over-under pass, it doesn't matter who your partner is, if he's younger, more athletic, more flexible, you should be able to do that. And the reason I picked Michael for that is because Michael is 47 years old, and I travel with him all over the place. He's my business partner, the co-founder of BJJ Fanatics as well. And every time we travel, I see you train with the young kids and you smash them, Michael. So I hope you guys enjoy, guys, and let's do it. Let's get it started. Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJFanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTubeFaria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.